The kids I was dealing with, they didn't necessarily have a vision or a hope of what would the future look like for them.
When I took this position, I recognized some of the challenges, knowing that our discipline was rising to the levels of about 1,000 per year.
Why are students not doing things? Why are grades lower than they should be? That was kind of the situation we were in.
We knew that the culture was having a high effect on our academics because we were very stagnant. At that point, we said, what do we do? One summer, I was working out with our PE teacher.
And we're talking about students that are struggling. I told her, I said, well, I had this book. I told her how it was a whole school culture.
I wanted to take off running, and I don't mean just on the track. I immediately devoured the book, recognized that this might be what we were looking for, because not only did it empower students with some of that independence in a systematic way, but it also gave our students some ownership.
It's not just about the education, but it's also about the leadership and the opportunities that you get while you're here. One of them is student council, where different students come together to make the school a better place. They can decide on the menu for lunch sometimes. They decide on fundraisers, and they can help run those fundraisers. They decide where to hang up different signs around the building, and sometimes they speak on the announcements.
We want our students to walk in here recognizing that they can lead themselves, and the sense of taking care of this place because GIS is their school.
A leader should actually listen to their teammates first and then come up with an idea. And they lead others with passion and kindness.
Leader just means you're not like above somebody. It means that you're able to help people in a way that they can't help themselves.
I understand now that my role is more to prepare students for their future. And that involves more than just teaching them the content area. That involves teaching them how to build relationships and how to sustain positive relationships and how to resolve conflicts and how to think ahead and plan in their life.
The WIG stand for Wildly Important Goals, which is basically what we're trying to work on to improve over the whole entire school year.
When I sign the WIG wall, it feels good, and it also encourages me to do more than I usually do.
Grades went up, tardies, being late to class went down, answers became far more thorough. I think they're comfortable knowing if there's a mistake or there's an issue, we'll work on it together. We're trying to meet students where they're at so they can be successful.
I feel really free and like I'm really able to express myself the way I am.
Of course, students can't run the entire school. That would just be chaotic. But it is good to have some students have some say in stuff so that they actually want to learn and want to participate instead of just doing stuff that they don't want to do, but the teacher wants to do or their curriculum makes them do.
You know, it makes them feel like there's hope and that there's a potential that with a little bit of hard work and with some guidance that they can be anything they want.
When you walk the halls now, you see students picking up after themselves. You see students working together in collaboration.
Giving them this leadership and giving them these jobs and giving them this responsibility has created a class of students who will do things that are going to blow us away.
The impact that Leader in Me has made is obvious and visual every day. Not only have our students felt empowered, our discipline data has plummeted. Our state scores have skyrocketed, some from 18% all the way up to 53% in 1 year.
If I had to describe my school in one word, I'd say I'm powerful.
It helps me become more respectful, responsible.
What words mostly come to mind is encouragement, leadership, courage.